been hit with how much are your classes? I don't understand. Why do I have to sign up for this amount of time? What kind of qualifications do you have? How many times a week can I come to class? If you're a martial arts school owner and you want to know how to conquer these objections, stay tuned to this video. Jennifer Waters. I'm a martial arts business coach with a school of my own. We run a martial arts school that does $1 million+ a year, and in this video, I'm gonna be teaching you our favorite ways to overcome objections like the ones you heard earlier. Okay, so let me get this straight. Basically, someone is telling you, I can't afford it, it's too much money, it's too expensive, what's your class schedule, I don't understand it, like all these different objections, and we all get hit with these things. And usually our mindset about an objection is the thing that's actually propelling that objection forward. I'll explain. If you think about it, sometimes your mindset and the way in which you think, oh my God, they're gonna say something, there's gonna be some kind of objection, it actually will make that objection appear. No joke, you are going to show that objection somehow on what you say or what you don't say, and it's gonna pop up. And this is how I relate it. When you're fighting, you're sparring, and you've been hit by that body shot, and you're like, you cover up, you kind of crunch down, you cover up with your elbow, that person that you're fighting knows they got a good shot on you. And so what ends up happening is they go all out, they target it, and you really have to watch out because they're gunning for you. Honestly, people have this like really messed up mindset about sales. Sales is being a servant to the customer. So if you approach it any other way and you're not approaching it in a way in which you're serving the customer and trying to help them get what they need that's really gonna honestly help them in the future, then you're doing it all wrong, because that's why we get such a bad vibe about sales. You know, we think about sales and we go, ooh. But in all honesty, if you're selling something to someone that's going to have a profound life-changing value to them, why wouldn't you do it? So hopefully I've got my point across. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna walk through some of the most common objections and some things that you can say to get past that. So let's talk about price. A lot of times people will say, I just need to know how much it is before I ever come in. Yeah, that happens. Well, if you have, there's a couple of things going on. One, you may not have a phone script that's, you know, pre-qualifying and pre-framing them and helping them to understand what your actual costs are, how they can compare it, and what the value, the true value of your program is. If that's the case, make sure you watch one of the other videos that I have here on this channel or on my Facebook or Instagram, because we cover that and I teach you how to do that. If you're one of my clients that work with me in Braven, you know that our team takes care of all of that for you when we book your appointments. Let's say someone says, I just need to know how much it costs. If you're redirecting them on the phone call script and you actually got them to show up, they're in front of you right now, and now they're saying, look, you just laid out your pricing, you know, let's say it's $200 to get started and it's $150 a month, and the person is saying, well, I just can't do that. The next step you honestly need to do is, instead of saying, okay, no worries, I hope you enjoyed it, is you've got to dig down and you've got to ask an important question. It's my favorite question in the world. You gotta ask why. When you start asking this question of why, you don't just come out and straight up go, well, why can't you pay this price? The form of the question needs to be something like, hey, no, I understand. Let me just get this, you know, an answer from you for clarity's sake. Is it just the initial, you know, $200 that's kind of hard right now, or is it the monthly payment? Help me understand what's going on. Well, maybe they don't get paid until, you know, 2 weeks from now. Maybe there's something going on where they have $150, but they don't have $200. At that point in time, it's up to you to be flexible or not to be flexible, just depending upon what's going on. I will tell you this. When the pandemic first happened, one of the things that we did is we accepted really low deposits to get people started, because everybody was, they had the money, but everybody was afraid. So they were holding on to their money. They didn't want to deposit it into something or put a down payment into something that they weren't sure about. So at that point in time, we allowed them to put a much lower amount of money. It covered the cost of the uniform and the gear that we were giving them, and they got to come in and get started. So that's one easy way that you can overcome the price objection. Now, let's say that they go, no, it's just too expensive. Dun, dun, dun. I know you're thinking, yeah, I get hit with that one all the time. What do I do, Jennifer? What do I do? And this is something that I work with my clients on as well, and we have a whole process for overcoming this particular objection, but I'm gonna give you a sneak peek in this video. Basically, what they're saying is it's too expensive. So the next question that you have to ask is my favorite one. You're gonna ask in this type of manner. You're gonna say, okay, too expensive compared to what? My friends, you have to understand something. Saying that something's too expensive means that there's already comparison that's been made in their mind. So what are they comparing it to? Are they comparing it to baseball? Are they comparing it to sports? Are they comparing it to other activities that they may have paid for in the past? Are they comparing it to whatever? You've got to figure that out first before you can go anywhere else. And friends, if you work on this one thing, this one little thing, I guarantee you're gonna get more enrollments than you did before, because now, instead of just going, see ya, hopefully you'll come back later at a future date, which they never do, you are now putting all of your effort, all of your energy into asking and serving this person so you can get them started in your program. Guys, there's a ton more objections and things like that, so in the comments, do me a favor, list the ones that you're coming up against. I would be happy to come back later with another video or even answer it right away in the comments. So list the objections that are stumping you, what are people saying, and I'd love to help. If you're finding this information helpful, please make sure you go ahead and like this video, comment, share. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget, hit the subscribe button so you can get notified when more videos like this come out.